Don't wanna see you suffer. Sending good energy. Here to help overcome infertility.
Hey, hey, hey. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. If it's your first time, welcome. My name is Sunshine. I'm a holistic doula, baby making coach, creator of Heal with Sunshine, and I'm also the author of Manifesting Motherhood, which is available on Amazon. I help women struggling with fertility issues and recurrent pregnancy loss to get pregnant, stay pregnant, and manifest motherhood naturally and holistically. Today, I want to talk about why herbs aren't working for you and how to make them more effective. Okay, because a lot of y'all are making some very crucial, big, significant mistakes, and you're wanting to blame the herbs. You're like, oh, herbs don't work. And so then you go and get the poison and put all these synthetic drugs and synthetic hormones and things into your body, and you're doing more harm than good versus using God's medicine, versus using what God put here for us to use to be our food and to be our medicine. Okay. And so the first thing is that you're using herbs like pharmaceuticals. What do I mean by that? You're looking for a quick fix instead of a holistic solution to your problem. And a lot of you suffer from things like cramps, right? For example, or you may have migraines or headaches, and you're looking for quick relief. You may look online, Google, YouTube University, and search for herbs for headaches because you really don't want to take the Advil or the Tylenol, but you also don't want to get to the root of the problem either. And so what you end up doing is you go and you Google and you find that ginger is good for headaches, or peppermint oil is good for headaches, or chamomile is good for headache. You get the herbs, you take them, you may or may not get relief, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, why that may be the case, but you may or may not get relief. If you do get relief, you stop right there. You're like, okay, that worked. Then next month, you get a headache again. Then the next month, you get another headache or migraine. Or the next month, you have really bad cramps again. And you just keep using the herbs like you would Advil or Tylenol or what have you. You're not using them holistically or for them to actually heal the problem. And so you're not getting to the root of it. And speaking of root cause, I have a session that I offer, root cause discovery session, for anyone who is wanting to get to the bottom of your fertility issues or why you keep having miscarriages or pregnancy losses. You really need to get to the root of the issue instead of self-diagnosing or going to doctors who keep telling you you have unexplained infertility, whatever the hell that means, and nothing is changing. Nothing is changing because, like what we're talking about, maybe you're making one of these mistakes that I'm talking about here, right? You're not using herbs holistically. You're not even looking at your problem holistically. You're just like, I'm not ovulating, herbs to help ovulation. Or my hormones are imbalanced, herbs to fix hormonal imbalance. But what is causing the hormonal imbalance? You're not born with an imbalanced hormonal system or imbalanced endocrine system. You don't come out the womb like that unless, you know what, we in 2024 and maybe because the food is so jacked up, the air is so jacked up, the water is so jacked up, so many people are on drugs, which wasn't the case years and years and years ago. So let me retract that statement. But chances are, more than likely, you did not come into the world with problems. More than likely. Not these type of problems. There's usually not an underlying, but a root cause. To me, hormonal imbalance would be an underlying cause. PCOS, fibroids, those are underlying causes. Those are like what's the underlying issue for why you're experiencing fertility issues, or what's the underlying issue for why your cervix is weak and you keep having premature rupture of membranes or going into labor before you've reached full-term pregnancy, right? Those are like underlying causes. But then there's a root cause that's causing the underlying causes. But most of us stop at the underlying cause, and worse, just the symptoms that manifest. So for example, headaches, the cramps, the bloating, whatever, right? So that's the first mistake I see big time. The second thing is not using the right herbs for your specific condition or your specific need or your specific problem. So I said we were going to touch on this, right? Now, a lot of y'all like to Google or go to YouTube University and look up natural remedies or herbal remedies for XYZ problem. So let's take the example of the headache, right? Let's say you have a headache and you go and you Google and it says that you come back with a list of 10 herbs that might be good for headache. And you just go, you just choose one, right? But on that list, there may be a herb like chamomile. There also might be a herb like ginger. I'm sure y'all have seen it. You've seen it where you go and you're like, chamomile for headache and ginger for headache. Okay, let me just, I don't know. I like ginger ale. I'm gonna pick ginger. And so you pick ginger for your headache, and now your headache's worse. Now your headache's worse because you don't understand the energetics of herbs. Herbs are not to be played with. Not to say that herbs are dangerous, because if I had a choice between herbs and pharmaceutical drugs, I'm choosing the herbs all day long. However, herbs work a certain way in the body. They are very intelligent, and they have an intelligence. When they go into your body and enter into your body, they have certain herbs have affinities for certain organs. They know exactly which organ to go to. They know exactly which system to heal and which system to influence. Herbs, they have energetics. They can warm your body up. They can cool your body down. So for example, let's say you have a headache, you take some ginger. Now your headache's worse because maybe you had a headache that was full of heat, like your head was hot. If you touch your head, maybe there was a lot of heat and warmth to your skin, right? So you already have too much heat going on. You do not need an herb like ginger, which is warming, very warming for a headache in that situation. Now, back to my first point, not getting to the root cause. If your root cause, let's say it's dehydration, you just have not been drinking any water all day long. And now you have a headache because you need water. Your brain needs water. Your body is made up of mostly water. Like it needs water to function and to do what it's designed to do. So now you go and take a herb like ginger. Oh yeah, that headache is definitely going to be worse. Because not only is ginger warming, it's also very drying. When it goes into your system, it is a drying herb. So you already dehydrated. Now you go and put a drying herb that's going to suck more water out of your body. On top of that, it's going to make the headache worse. Okay? Now, chamomile. That's more of a cooling herb. It's more of a relaxing herb. So let's say you have a headache and it's caused by tension. And you take something like chamomile, like, all right, it may work for you in that situation. But what is the root cause? If you're chronically stressed, which a lot of y'all are, and that's one of the 6 root causes that I say contribute to fertility issues and recurrent pregnancy loss and a lot of issues, period. But that's what we're talking about. That's my focus. A lot of it is chronic stress. And so you take chamomile, you find, whoo, that worked. Headache gone. But like I said, the next month the migraine's back right around the time of your period. The next month the migraine's back right around the time that you're ovulating, because you're not getting to the root cause, which is the stress. And you need something to help you with stress, which in this case, okay, take the chamomile for the headache right now, but then maybe you want to look into some adaptogen to help you deal with and help your body adapt to and cope with stress. And then also removing the damn stressors, whatever's causing the stress, right? Okay, so that's that. Now, another major mistake that a lot of y'all are making, you're not being consistent enough. Again, you're treating these herbs like you would pharmaceuticals. You can pop an Advil and your cramps go away in a few minutes. You can pop a Tylenol and your headache's gone in a few minutes. That is not how herbs work. Herbs do not work like that. They have to go into your body, and they're, like I said, they have an affinity to certain organs. They have an affinity to certain systems. They have an energetic makeup. Your body has a constitution that it's in, and we want to strive for a state of homeostasis or balance. When you are quote unquote sick, quote unquote ill, you have quote unquote dis-ease, that just means your body is out of balance. And what herbs do is they go in and they fix that balance. They bring your body back to a state of balance, so now your body can work as it was designed to work, or so it can heal itself. So technically, are herbs actually doing the healing? Now that's one of those questions like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? We don't know. But the body, if given the proper nutrition, the nutrients, the fuel, the water, hydration, all of that, it heals itself because it's designed to work a certain way. And when we don't abuse it, it'll work that way that it was designed to work. So not being consistent is a major mistake that a lot of you are making, and you're expecting instant results. Herbs don't work like that. If you want instant results and you don't want to have to take something every day for a while until your condition improves, or until you are in a state of well-being and health to your liking, okay, then go take the Tylenol. Go take the Advil. Go take the Claritin. Go take the Aleve. Go take the Benadryl. Go do that. But if you are looking to be more holistic, live a holistic lifestyle, naturopathic lifestyle, you don't want those drugs in your body because you know that they end up doing more harm than good, then you're going to have to exhibit some patience and consistency. You have to be more consistent and not expect a condition that took years to develop to heal overnight, or to even heal in a week or 2 weeks. For some people, maybe. It just depends. We're all different. We all have totally different makeups. Some of us were on antibiotics like crazy as children. Some of us get flu shots every year. Some of us take Advil every time we have cramps and been doing that ever since our period started at 12 years old. Like, everybody's different, and everybody does not have the same amount of toxins and chemical buildup within their body. Speaking of toxins, speaking of hormones, if you have not already gotten my endocrine disruptor ditch list, make sure you go ahead and download that. It is free. It is free. Click the link and download the endocrine disruptor ditch list. It's going to give you 15 simple swaps that you can make to get the endocrine disrupting toxins out of your home and replace them with things that are not going to be so taxing on your system. Okay, so those are the major mistakes that I see a lot of you making when it comes to herbs and why they're not working for you. And so I strongly suggest, if you have the time, if you care to, this is your thing, you need a good book, a good, they call them a materia medica. You need a good herb book that's going to give you all of this information about the herbs, right? Or you can just, hey, hi, hello, how are you? Work with someone like myself who has been studying herbs for years. I don't even want to say decades, even though it's been a couple decades. But I'm like, dang, to hear me say that, it's like, bruh, seriously? But when I do the math, it's accurate. That long, because of the things that I experienced and the things that I went through when it came to my reproductive health since the age of 12, and being like, no, this can't be my life. And granted, there were so many other things that came as a result of that or since that. And I've learned so much more along the way regarding just holistic health, naturopathic health, healing, herbs in general. Right? But you need to be working with someone who understands these things, who's going to be able to create formulas for you that are going to be nourishing, that are not going to be so extreme and sway your body quickly one way or another. That's going to gradually and gently help heal you. Or someone that can say they can evaluate your situation or assess your constitution. And that's something that can be done in my one-on-one root cause discovery session or assessment to find out, okay, are you running a little bit more hot? Or are you a little bit cold? Does your body need to wake up some? Are you one of those people that needs that ginger? Are your hands always cold? Your feet always cold? And someone that can say, okay, this herb, try this one herb. Or someone that can create a formula for you, right? A blend of different herbs that may be beneficial to you. All right. But if you're going to do your own research and get your own herbs, make sure they are high quality and they're organic and you're getting them from reputable sources, because there are different herbs. There's certain herbs that, like burdock, I believe it's burdock, for example, and hemlock. Okay. They look exactly the same in the wild, or they can easily be mistaken for each other. But hemlock is poisonous. Burdock is amazing. I love burdock. Just had some in a blend that I'm drinking right now. If you dealing with some wannabe herbalists, wannabe suppliers, and you end up with some hemlock, that could be a problem. That could be a problem when you're looking for burdock. Okay, so make sure that whoever you're getting your herbs from, wherever you're getting your herbs from, they are reputable suppliers and a reputable source, and they know what they're doing and know what they're talking about. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share. Yeah, make sure you're getting your herbs from a reputable source if you are getting them yourself. Make sure that you are being consistent and that you're also exercising some patience. Make sure that you are not using herbs or abusing herbs the way that you would traditional pharmaceuticals. And then also make sure that you're using the right herbs for your specific situation based on your root cause, whatever your root cause is. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. With that being said, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Heal with Sunshine. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, Heal with Sunshine. And then also don't forget, make sure you download the Endocrine Disruptor Ditch List. It is completely free. Click the link in the bio. And if you're someone wanting to get to the root cause of what may be going on with you so that you can stop years and months and weeks and just tacking on the time of working toward your journey of becoming a mom and wanting to make sure that you get the right solutions that you need so you can stop wasting time and stop wasting money, then go ahead and make sure you book a root cause discovery session as well. And if you just have some general questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or make sure you, again, follow me on Instagram and you can DM me there. And also Facebook. We're on Facebook as well. Heal with Sunshine on Facebook. Okay, so that is all I have for you. I trust that this information was very insightful. It was very helpful. And go ahead and stop making these mistakes. I pray you took notes too. And so you can come back and revisit those notes. And when you go and you're working on your healing or buying your herbs or whatever the case may be, doing your research, you know exactly what it is that you need to be on the lookout for and aware of. Okay, so peace, love, sticky baby dust to you. I'm out.
Here with sunshine, it's your time, what you deserve. Only here to put you first, from conception to birth. Sunshine, the birth worker, she's here to help, so don't be nervous. It ain't nothing that you can't do, but motherhood will look good on you. It's your time, you deserve it. Hey, if you a mother if that's how